It's your choice. Choice. That's right, folks. Episodes, what is it, 3 and 4? Yeah, we are in episodes 3 and 4 of Playmakers, and this episode, and then the episode afterwards is called The Choice, Part 1 and 2. That's what we're covering on this episode of Moonlight Kingdom Reviews. So, opens up on a nightclub, only people ain't partying and having fun. People are outside, there's a dead body, DH is there with two of his friends, and his other friend is being dragged off into a police car, usual stuff like a police brutality, you're all my witnesses. Only he didn't say that. He didn't say that. It was just like the way it was like, I want a lawyer, right? I know my rights. It's like he was confident like, yeah. So what is clearly obvious is this dude got shot, and it's this guy's fault. And DH's buddies are telling him, you need to tell the police that he was with you. Like, you gotta tell the police that he was with you. Clearly he wasn't. And the rest of the episode, and the episode that follows, is DH being like, like, do I really though? Because that's the conflict in this episode. Like, DH is like, man, you my friend and all that, but like, will I lie for you? Will I tell the police that you were with me when you clearly weren't? Will I, damn, man, will I do what Fairbanks said and cut you loose? Because now would be the opportune time to do so. This would be the seemingly perfect time to cut you loose and move on to greener pastures. Because Fairbanks is like, Wilbanks shit. Wilbanks is like, these, I know they're your friends. I know you've known them since you were a kid, but they're going to drag you down. You want to raise them up to your level, but damn it, they're going to drag you down to theirs. They're anchoring you. It's like, yeah, you can't help but agree, man. His friends are pretty ghetto. I mean, there is a day where they'll, like, not just ghetto, but like, they're still kind of childish in a way. Because there's a moment where like DH is watching game tape, studying for the upcoming game, and they just show up at his place. Like, they always show up. They're always at his place. They're always just chilling. And they show up, they turn off the TV and they plug in like Xbox, and it's like, yo, like, man, I was watching that. Like, no, man, you can watch it later. We're here to like play video games. Like, no, I was watching that now, man. It's like my fucking TV. It's my house. Y'all can do this shit elsewhere, right? I got, like, man, what's up? What's going on? Like, it's like, what's going on is that, like, you motherfuckers just rolled up in here and, y'all are sitting up here comfortable. Y'all ain't work a day in your lives. Y'all are mooching off me. This is, it's my house. It's my TV. I have a say in what goes on it, man. If you don't like it, hit bricks. I said, all right, fuck it. We'll hit bricks. And they take the Xbox with them. And it isn't until he says it more explicitly, like, y'all ain't worked a day in your lives. Y'all is just following me around. It's my round. You're riding my coattails. That's like, you know what? Take the Xbox too. Because I'm like, yeah. So wait, so it's their Xbox? They came with their own Xbox? No. They were about to take off with his fucking Xbox. They were like, man, you angry that we're doing the thing that we've been doing ever since we were kids, like coming over to play game with you? It's like, bro, y'all are not, I'm just watching this thing and, dude, y'all are not kids anymore. You honestly want to champion your buddy's success, but at the same time, you're like, man, you want to stop us from like doing the thing we've been doing since we were kids, like coming over to play games at your place. Like, oh, fuck it then. You want to distance yourself from us? You think you hot shit now? Like, if you slip up, why? Because you're in everybody's good graces? Man, if you slip up, they will drop you like a fucking stone. And it's like, yeah, it's like that. Granted, there have been several points in this series so far where DH has slipped up, and he's always found a way to get out of it, always come out on top. Old crafty DH, always figuring a way out of this. But, his friend is right in this instance. Yes, you're on top right now. Yes, everybody loves you. But if you being on top as you are, it does add to this level of arrogance you have about yourself, that if you don't maintain the level you currently at, if you slip up a little bit, the world is going to be on you with this shit. And he does. He gets a perfect throw. There's a dude on the team who gets pretty banged up. Like, to the point of injury, to the point that he has to take pills and pain meds every day or something, so that just so he can be able to function. Otherwise, if he didn't take those pills, he wouldn't make it on the field. He wouldn't make it out of the locker room, much less on the field. And he was debating whether or not he should continue playing the way he's been playing. As effective as it is, it's led to him getting injured. And so finally, game moment comes, and he's got all this stuff on his mind, all the stuff his doctors told him, all the injuries he's sustained, all the stuff the coach has been telling him, and he's like, sometimes there comes that moment where you don't even have to think about it. It's just instinct, and you nail that perfect throw. You don't even have to look. Not like when you throw it, like you throw it, and you don't even need to see if it landed because you know it landed. Like the crowd tells you, like, hey, man, it's like, yeah, and it's satisfying. It means you were right. Your instincts were bang on the money, and it means all this crap was worth it. The doc was wrong. The coach was wrong. You know what you're doing. And that moment is undermined by the fact that DH catches the ball, and instead of just running straight to the fucking touchdown, he runs, but he puts the ball behind him, and he tries to bait the quarterback that's chasing him, but he fucks up because he was playing around. He fucks up big because the person he was trying to bait was way closer than he thought and he swats that shit out of his hand right before he gets it. It's like, damn. You were showboating and you got caught. You were showboating and you fucked up. And they're like, damn, see? I got you, motherfucker. You ain't gonna get away with none of this shit here. It's my house, man. Like, damn, man. Yeah, now you were hot shit a minute ago. Now you just shit. Damn. And when he gets backstage, bald dude is furious. Yes, the dude who was worried he would hurt somebody if he stepped on that field again is fuming. And he's got DH up by the wall. It's like, you just cost us a game, maybe even a season, and all you can say is sorry. Like, he was about to murder this man. Like, seriously, like, I get it. I don't even play football, and I get it, man. If someone slips up, making an honest mistake, hey, we can let that slide. But damn, if you were showboating and you fucked up, like, no. That ain't no honest mistake. You fucked up. That ain't a mistake. That's a fuck up right there. A big fuck up. Like, plus a fuck up at the 11th hour. At the 11th hour. You could have got that touchdown. You could have saved it, but no. Showboating when you were already several points down. We don't have time for this shit. That blame falls squarely on you. And I love these episodes. We get to see way more of the game in this, way more football in this. And we see what the guys are like on the pitch as well as off it, instead of just the highlights or just the end, and we see what goes on in the locker room. So yeah, the mission is clear. Like, the coach is fuming, like, man, you're benched. And dude, you're in. You've been wanting to, other dude, he's like, you're in. Really? So the older player who's been wanting to get in all this time but hasn't been able to because Fairbanks is really high on DH. Like, okay, next game, you're in. DH is on the bench. Like, get ready. And he's like psyched. Like, yes, finally. Because in the first episode, he was like, if you mess up even one time, man, this week, next week, the whole season, man. Like, yeah. And DH was like, yeah, you're on my ass. I got it. And he messed up big. Now he's going to swoop in, save the day, get his spot back. As he said, even in that first episode, like, hey, don't think you have my spot. You were just keeping it warm for me till I got back. It's like, yeah, sure. And he meant it. Like, see? Like, how? Vindication. Vindicated. I am selfish. I am wrong. I'm right. I swear I'm right. I swear I knew it all along. Because, damn, it feels good to be right for this man. Everything is going good until he gets home. Until he gets home. That's when things go wrong. Him and his wife get into an argument, and she ends up, an argument over it was my career that pays for all this. It's my career that made everything. The very life we have, the very life you live is afforded by me, not us. There is no us in this shit. It's my career that's pushing this stuff. And you're like, it's like, I find out I might not I might not be, I might not be able to play as long as I would like. And you're basically telling me that I'll get over it? Really? Like, yeah, you can kind of tell the wife has a thing about her that, maybe I don't want you playing forever. I don't want you always on the road. I want you to be around more. I want you to be around the kids more. I don't want the kids to get used to the idea that their dad is not always here. It's important for kids to have a father figure who's there and present for them. And you get why she's saying that. But at the same time, you also get why he's saying what he's saying. Because it's like, this is like football is my dream. It's my passion. It's my job. It's who I am. It's all there is to me aside from my family. And you're telling me that this thing I work hard to get back to do, that I scratched and clawed through blood, sweat, and broken bones to get back to doing, and I wanted to do for years, maybe coming to an end. You telling me I should just get over it? No, that ain't happening. And you can kind of see both sides of it. You stop immediately seeing anybody's side when he gets mad. Like, she's in his face and he gets mad and he accidentally shoves her down the stairs. He immediately swoops in like, no, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it. And she like hurts her hand, and it's the point of contention for a huge deal. He has to leave, and she tells the kids, yeah, I slipped on a toy and it was, it was nothing. But deep down, he immediately feels like shit. Like, he so as much as one can say about this guy in terms of like, yeah, he cheated on his wife with a reporter. Yeah, he got mad and yelled at his wife, told her that, I bought this house, you just furnish it. She was trying to say like, yeah, you bought this house, but like we made it a home or some shit. But like, it's like, nah, I bought the house, you just furnish it. Like, it's very much as much as he's all that. That's him in a moment. That's a moment. You can't judge someone's whole character based off like one moment. You need to overall. Overall, he is a family dude. He is a man attempting to be a good guy and remain a good guy. At the same time, he's the dude. The dude he is on the field and the dude he is at home are two different dudes. But sometimes there is overlap. So it's never a good thing, but it's you should never conflate who someone is on the field with someone who they are behind the scenes, because rarely they are the same person. And yeah, it can be when there's overlap, it can create a serious imbalance and bad things can happen. She hurts her hand and he moves out for a while, and he apologizes. After a couple of days, I think he apologizes, comes back in the house, and they make things up and they make up. So it's cool until no. In the following episode, So before we get into that, DH at the end of this episode, he gives his statement to the cops. After he's heard everything Fairbanks said, and he's taking it all into account. He's like, yeah, this dude is my boy. He would do anything for me, so I'm gonna do this for him. Yes, I will lie to the police. I'll say, my friend so and so was with me. He was with me when this went down. And this almost immediately, in the next episode, backfires when the police, they say, oh yeah, by the way, we got a witness. Really? Who? The chick you were with. She came forward, and we are going to talk to her and find out what she has to say about this, because she said she was with you when the shooting went down, and you said you were with your man, so we're going to find out what really went down. It's like, oh damn, I lied to the cops. I told the cops man was with me, and this chick is going to tell them something different. So if that happens, not only will this dude go to jail, but I might be hitting the slammer too. Because I lied to the police. Lying to the police is serious crime. It's obstruction of justice and all that shit. Oh man, filing a false report is a serious crime, y'all. This is bad. This is really bad. So DH pays the girl a visit and says, hey girl, how you doing? It's the old buddy DH. Remember me? It's like, what of it? It's like, hey, you gotta tell the police that my friend Ty was with us. You just tell him he was with you, because they seem to think he did it. Like he feels like, my man didn't do this. He didn't shoot nobody. All right, he's innocent. And he slides her a couple thousand. Like, I'll make it worth your while. Like, yeah, and she takes the money. Afterwards, it gets interesting afterwards, because afterwards she comes to him and was like, hey, you know. Because he comes to pay her a second time, and instead she gives back the money he gave the first. Because he's like, "Wait, what are you doing this for?" Yeah, the cops, you did me a favor. Because turns out the cops got the guy. What do you mean? He's like, "What do you mean got the guy?" Yeah, they got the actual guy who did it. Like you said your buddy was innocent. You were right. You stopped me from sending an innocent man to jail. He was like, "Huh? Yeah, sure, right. Good thing they got the guy. Yeah." Right away, DH knows, like, oh man, they got a guy. They got the guy. Whether it was Wilbanks who organized it or someone else, because I don't think DH organized this. I don't think his buddy organized this. He couldn't have done that. He was in jail when this stuff was going down. But, like, I think it might have been Wilbanks. I don't know, because he seemed like the kind of guy who would do anything to protect a star player, particularly DH. He's like his guy. He would do anything to keep him out of jail, out of trouble, out of the headlines. So it's possible that, Will Banks could somehow provide a phony witness to say, oh, it was that guy right there, the shady dude over there, and he got busted. The dude they fingered was a guy who had like priors or something, so it could have been. And the DH's buddy gets out of jail and immediately proceeds to fuck up. That guy's a fuck up. DH 100% should have distanced himself from this dude because he's a fucking moron. He gets out of jail. He goes to a party with DH, and the first thing this idiot does is tell someone that, yeah, they got the wrong guy. I did it. They fucking... Because, oh, shit, man. First thing he does is tell somebody that, yeah, I did it. I shot the dude because he was disrespecting DH. Yeah, he was dissing him earlier in the club. I flashed a gun and he went away. Then I saw him later and that's when I capped him. Idiot! You just got cleared of a crime and the first thing you did is admit that, yeah, I did it, motherfucker, but I got away. Dumbass. DUMBS. Shit. With friends like these, man, you don't need enemies. Like, the dumbasses are sinking you down. This dumbass is gonna get you thrown in jail if it ever gets out. And this immediately becomes an issue because the person he talks to is DH's buddy from like the first episode. The guy who was riding with him in the car and he got fined. DH, the guy who, gave DH clean piss to fool the piss man. So yeah, and he immediately confronts DH like, really? Like, you sent an innocent guy to jail? Like, what the fuck? Like, how do you sleep at night? Like, man, like, yeah, it's that thing of like, how you sleep at night, man? You just sent a dude who didn't deserve it to prison, man, to save your buddy, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? How can you do this? This ain't right. Yeah, I would see. You know what? Yeah, I do get it. Thing is, he's directing his anger at the person he thinks is responsible. Because as far as his buddy, DH's friend knows, Cal, as far as he knows, DH is the guy who arranged it so that he could get out of jail by setting up the wrong dude. So yeah, that's who he directs the anger to. But at the same time, it's like, DH didn't actually do this. So it's weird. But hell, man, I get it. DH knows what's up. Somebody, Will Banks must have pulled some kind of strings to get this guy framed for this. But yeah, it's unfortunate. So like, he gets out of there and immediately goes to tell his buddy like, hey, so and so came up to me and they told me that you told them you actually fucking you got away with it. Blah blah blah. Told them you actually did it. He's like, man, I want you to turn yourself in. Like, what? Yeah, I want you to turn yourself in. Like, you're crazy. Oh, I'm not joking, man. I'm serious. Because, like, listen, man, I won't lock you up, but I am not going to jail for you. Like, okay, just look, you can kind of see it because, like, DH, this is weighing on him as much as he wants to get across, like, this don't bother him. This does bother him that and seemingly innocent dude is going down to protect his friend. But, like, damn, the fact that his friend immediately told somebody means, like, shit, maybe I backed the wrong horse. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to help this dude because this guy's a fucking moron, man. But too late now. His buddy's like, look, I'm not going to tell anyone anymore, but I am not like turning myself in. Screw that. It's like whatever. No, like just screw it. But it's this thing of like, man, Fairbanks was kind of right. You do, as much as you may love your childhood friends, there are certain friends you do need to distance yourself from once you hit a certain age or once you reach a certain level in your profession. There are those people in life where, like, man, I can't be around you no more. I can't be seen with you, especially when you're a public figure at such a high level where the slightest scandal can take you down. Because, when the shooting happened, DH wasn't involved, but he was at the club, and all they were going to talk about when they were talking to him was like, "Hey, so what do you know about the shooting? Where were you when it happened? So whether the shooting, like, tell us, man, like, what's up with the shooting? What's going on? Have the police talk to you." It's like he was just there. He wasn't directly involved, but he was there, and he got swarmed with questions. You are under a microscope of crap when it comes to being a celebrity or a public figure like that. So yeah, keeping yourself out of the headlines, like, is tough to do when you're a person like that. But damn, man, the you can kind of see why they would say you need to distance yourself from these kind of people, because these people can and will drag you down. And in this episode and the episode that preluded it, they almost did. So yeah, that's the DH story. He stood by his buddy when push came to shove, and his buddy, man, and his buddy almost shot him in the foot, man, like doing shit like that. Like, damn, man, this person almost, oh, it almost beat you in the ass doing it, like standing by them. Being a good friend almost got you in fucking trouble. But yeah, meanwhile, back to the other story. Russell Hornsby, Leon Taylor, yeah, the character of Leon Taylor, he's everything's cool with him and his family. He's back to being family man again. Yeah, he's not playing, but because the team, well, apparently Will Banks wants to let out a message that the football league stands behind its players amidst all the scrutiny. So if DH doesn't play in the upcoming game, it's gonna look like he's being punished because of the nightclub thing. And it's like, no, he's being punished because he messed up the previous week, and to put him out there, but then again, nobody cares about that. Nobody remembers that. All anyone's gonna remember is like, oh yeah, this nightclub thing happened, and then this week he's not on the bench. It's like, oh, so he's being punished for what happened at the thing. Nobody's gonna remember the fucking football game that came before this, because there was no statement released about, like, next week, DH will not be starting because of what he did and so on the field. It's just gonna look bad. The optics of the situation are what matters more than situation. Sometimes what something looks like matters more than what it actually is. So Leon at home, things are good and everything's cool. He's trying to explain to his one son, like, your mom and your dad had an argument and I had to leave for a while. But, we still love each other. We still love you. Nothing will ever change that. We're always going to be family. That's basically what he's trying to say. When he wasn't looking, his kid climbed on the railing to try and get his paper plane, and he fell, injuring his arm really badly. They took him to the hospital. He got him all patched up, and the doctor there, like, he saw that, when the mom showed up, he saw, like, wait, this kid's arm is, banged up. The mother's arm is banged up, and this dude wants to get out of here really fast. It's like, I don't know, maybe I need to call child services and get a look at this place, because, this dude, look at this dude, because I don't know, man. It looks like these people are being injured by this guy, because both the wife and the kid have, an injury, and the only person who's not injured is this dude, and he's not exactly being, well, forthcoming with information. He seems kind of shady about all this. It's like, yeah, I gotta report this. And the child services lady comes and she's like, "I'll Mrs. So and so, I just need to talk to you for a minute." Like, why? What's going on? What is this? Like we ain't gotta talk to you, lady. Ain't nothing going on here. All right. If there's an issue, like, we're resolving it. It's a family thing. We're not making this public, whatever. And she's like, well, you can talk to me right now, or, like, I can make this a thing and, like, get word out there, and then so you have to talk to me. It's like, well, fuck it. Fuck it. Like, the wife talks to her, not because she wants to or she's got to anything, she talks to this woman so that this doesn't become a big thing. So this doesn't blow up any more than it's seemingly going to. Because if word gets out that someone from Child Protective Services showed up and is looking into Leon and what he's doing, and that, I mean, if it's like even a little bit, like, yeah, Child Protective Services is sneaking around, your family man image will crumble. Your perfect family image is gonna just fucking shatter because it's like, it's not so perfect. I mean, people are looking into this. Like, rumors, more often than not, a rumor can do more damage than like a truth. Like, because people can run wild with a freaking rumor. Like, hey, did you hear? Mrs. So and so had a bandage on her arm, and then a couple days later, the little boy had a bandage over her arm. It's like bandage on his arm. It's like I don't know, like what's going on? Maybe he's hitting them. I mean, he has been pretty angry these couple days. He hasn't been his usual self. So see, like it spreads like crazy, and so it it definitely it looks bad. Granted, the first one was an accident that happened during a heated argument. So he is seeking help for that because he does have a temper. But that second one was just a freak accident. But no one's gonna see that. Nobody's gonna see freak accident. They're gonna see that first issue of like, oh, you got hurt during an argument, and then oh, the kid is also hurt. He must have done that. His story about an argument cannot be the case, right? No way that's the case. He's just saying that because abusers always say, "Oh, the kid fell. The kid was playing and he fell." That's the story. And you can't even, in some cases you can't even ask the kid because they're afraid of what'll happen if they tell, and they don't want to tell on their parents because either they fear the parents' wrath or they don't want their parents taken away from them. So they too will say that they fell. So you just kind of go on instinct, and that's how I see it. That's how I view it happening in certain cases. Not always, but some cases. So yeah, it's a bad thing, but like, it's kind of an interesting to see where the story is going to pan out from this point on. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to these coming episodes. Like, will DH continue to further distance himself from his friend group, his homies, his entourage? Will Leon be able to piece his family back together despite child services looking into him, despite, his temper flaring, his desire to want to get back to the field? Will he go back to being the family man of days gone by? Will the bald dude be able to reconcile his differences with his dad? Because that's another part that's been going on here, because we finally see the dad, and it's like, I swear that they cast a different dude than the guy that they showed in that first episode, because he looks significantly less imposing now. Because now he's just a guy, like a schlubby dude. Will he reconcile differences with his dad, or has that bitch been irrevocably burnt? Find out more in the coming episodes of Playmakers right here on Moonlight Kingdom Reviews.
I recall the past real vaguely. I remember everything they say. Maybe thought that I was crazy, thinking that one day they'd see my name. Love being a loner, always moving closer. Knew exactly what I wanted to have. Fear of growing older, chip all on my shoulder. Told myself I'm never looking back, and now I'm losing my innocence, and you don't know my intent. And now you better back down, 'cause I'm